In today's video, we're talking about why narcissists get married. Ever ask yourself that question? I think we all have at one time or another, especially those of us who have had the horror of marrying and divorcing a narcissist. For those of us who have children with a narcissist and are trying to divorce a narcissist and keep their children safe, this is a hell on earth I would not ever wish on anyone. Narcissists make the world's worst spouses and parents. So why do they do it? Today we're going to dig into that question. If you're new to this channel, I'd like to take a moment and welcome you and invite you to please subscribe and be sure and hit that notification bell because I put out new videos every week. Also, if you are interested in private one-on-one narcissistic abuse recovery coaching with me, please visit my website. It's linked in the description below. So what is the reasoning that narcissists get married? Because based on their behavior and the abuse they subject their spouses to, they definitely aren't getting married and having children for the reasons that we are. So why do they do it? One of the main reasons they get married is for their image. This is a societal norm that they recognize as something that is expected of them. Nothing is more important to a narcissist than image, and they will go to great lengths to manufacture and produce an image that looks a certain way. And certainly getting married to the right person is a huge part of this. So they are looking for partners who contribute to the image they are wanting to create. Another reasons that narcissists get married is to nail down and basically own a never-ending source of narcissistic supply. Of course, you likely won't be aware of this before you are married. However, that is a very big reason why narcissists get married. Basically, they look at marriage as ownership of the supply that their spouse will be required to give them 24/7. Next, many narcissists get married because they believe that the spouse/victim won't ever leave. They believe that the contract of marriage will keep the person chained to them indefinitely. So they look at marriage as a contract, proof, and evidence that they will never be alone or abandoned. We look at marriage as a partnership based in love and compromise and compassion and respect. This couldn't be further from the reasons the narcissist gets married. We look at marriage as being a team, a partnership. Narcissists look at marriage as what the spouse will be giving to them. They don't genuinely consider the needs of their spouse. They are solely concerned about their needs, and they will select a spouse that they believe they can manipulate and morph into the best Stepford wife or husband that one could have. Another reason many narcissists get married is so that they can have a punching bag and a dumping ground to utilize for blaming them for everything that goes wrong, whether the spouse is responsible for it or not. Narcissists take zero accountability for the bad things they do or the outcomes that they are responsible for. Therefore, having a lifetime person available to fill the role as the person to blame for everything that goes wrong is incredibly important to the narcissist, because God knows they won't ever take accountability for anything negative. So little does the spouse know that after they are married, they will be blamed for literally every single thing that goes wrong in this marriage. Doesn't matter if the spouse had absolutely nothing to do with it, and all the evidence proves the narcissist is the guilty party. They will twist, turn, and manipulate truth in such a way that completely blames their spouse. The spouse is used to blame, ridicule, badmouth, humiliate, and flat out abuse for anything that goes wrong. Next, one of the main reasons that narcissists get married is to have a slave. someone they can demand does everything that the narcissist wants, someone who is used for sexual gratification whenever and however the narcissist wants, someone available to the narcissist at any moment for them to rage at and degrade, humiliate, ridicule, and abuse when they are out in the real world and someone gives them a narcissistic injury. Remember, narcissists have an extremely fragile ego that is incredibly vulnerable to any offense, slight, or disrespect of another person. This could be a real insult or completely imaginary. However, narcissists cannot rage out in public, but when they get a narcissistic injury, that will be followed by a narcissistic rage. That's how they emotionally regulate themselves. That's how they feel better and soothe their injured ego, is by abusing and projecting all of those deep feelings of inferiority onto someone else. And if you're the spouse of a narcissist, that usually means you. When they get home and are secluded from all the eyes and judgments of the outside world, narcissists are very careful about when they abuse and who they abuse. And the abuse is usually reserved for his or her immediate family, namely the spouse. Another reason that narcissists get married is because they need and crave someone they can control. One of the main ways that narcissists gain narcissistic supply is from the psychological manipulation and control that they gain over other people. And their spouses are their number one victim for this purpose. Life to a narcissist is one big psychological game. They enjoy seeing how they can deceive and confuse their spouses, getting them to believe what they want and do what they want without any real knowledge that the narcissist is doing this to them right under their noses. The gaslighting, the coercive control, the lies disguised as truth, which result in the victim actually believing the narcissist, possibly even becoming protective of the narcissist or defending the narcissist. This results in the narcissist having deep feelings of satisfaction. To them, it's evidence of how clever and smart they are, that they can manipulate and deceive people so proficiently that the victim has no clue they are being manipulated. This gives them a deep sense of satisfaction. All right, that's going to do it for today's video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. Also, follow me on my other social media platforms. The links are in the description below. Thanks for watching, everyone.